welcome. Happy Tuesday. I'm so excited to be here today for our very powerful power session to go from stuck to unstoppable, breaking free from procrastination. And little sneak peek, but it has a lot to do with your personality type. And we're going to dive deep into all things Myers-Briggs and Enneagram related and how that impacts your procrastination today. But before we start, I've seen that some people have already answered our opening poll. The question is there at least one goal, task, or dream that you are currently putting off in your life right now? There's no shame, no judgment here, but I want you to answer it. So if you haven't yet answered the poll, it's going to stick around for a couple of my slides, so you have some time. And if you're so willing, be sure to drop in the chat what that thing might be, and we're going to dive a little bit deeper on it. But go ahead and share with us where you're tuning in from. If you're a member of Silk and Sonder, how long you've been a member. If you're not yet a member, tell us that as well. We love having people from the extended community to join us for these types of special events. Make sure your chat is set to everyone. Otherwise, only myself and Jen O, who is our moderator and stage manager tonight or today, this morning. Oh my God, you can already tell where my brain's at. So be sure to set that to everyone so we all can read it. And for those of you that I haven't yet met, either in one of these events or on Instagram or LinkedIn or in Sonder Club, I am Neha Agrawal. I'm the founder and CEO of Silk and Sonder. We are a very popular self-help and self-care brand that uses guided journaling, emotional health tracking, personality development, community, and human-powered AI to help you reduce stress, burnout, anxiety, so that we can all live happier, healthier, longer, and richer lives. So we will get into what exactly we do, but it's a very special time. I think, I was just reflecting, we are essentially halfway through May. We're almost at the halfway of the year. And that is crazy, 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 thinking about how many goals many of us set in the beginning of the year, and then we procrastinate for one reason or another. And procrastination has a very negative connotation to it. And today I want to break free from that mindset or belief, because procrastination comes from a very safe place, and we just have to push through based off of who we are. So moving on, I want to quickly talk a little bit about what we offer here at Silk and Sonder. So we have two main memberships. Jenno, can you pull up that slide? Perfect. The first is the core membership, which is our guided journaling program. So many of you are part of this program. We deliver a monthly journal meets planner to your doorstep or to your inbox if you have the digital version of it. We also give you access to live and recorded community events. Think of these as group fitness classes that you take at a gym. We do that for your mind, and that is led by Silk and Sonder trained coaches. And then we've also got our companion mobile app, which houses thousands and thousands of mini meditations, guided audio journaling activations or reflections, and various other activities. But most importantly, it houses Sonder Club, which is our very special community for peer-to-peer support and accountability. Second, we also have our personalized life coaching membership, which you are going to hear all about today. And this is where we offer you a solution to help reach your goals in a way that's truly personalized for you. And so I always say it's an opportunity for you to fast track your success, because we combine AI with human powered technology, aka the experts like myself, so that you can thrive across all areas of your life. So we're gonna give you a little sneak peek of what that's all about. And speaking of sneak peeks, here's your little sneak peek on our webinar only exclusive offer. If you've been to one of these before, you know that we don't always have one. And if we do, they're not always the same offer. So I highly recommend, this is one of the best offers that we've ever provided, but it expires in 24 hours. So I would really suggest, if you're like me and you're one to procrastinate on your dreams, just place your order. You can always get your money back if you try the program and it doesn't work for you. So there's literally nothing to lose. Low risk, high reward, as I like to say. So just scan the QR code or go to coach.silkandsonder.com and enter that code unstuck, and then pay attention for the rest. And then we will dive into the specifics of what exactly you will be receiving. So let's move on. I see here in our poll that we have 91% of you that have admitted to procrastinating on at least one thing. And guess what? You are in great company because it's a known fact that 88% of people say that they procrastinate at least once a day. So again, like I said, no judgment here. If you've been feeling stuck, whether that means you don't know where to start or you've tried a bunch of things and nothing is quite sticking, you are not alone. And that is 100% okay and how most of us operate. But by showing up today, you've already taken the hardest step, and we're going to uncover why it is that you actually procrastinate based off of your personality and how you're hardwired so that we can say goodbye to procrastination once and for all. I always say that having awareness of why you procrastinate, what you're prone to, what those triggers are, allows you to take the right aligned action. And so by being here, you're already going to have a few tools in your tool belt. And then by joining us at Silk and Sonder with personalized life coaching, you'll be able to accelerate your success. So before we get started, I want to have you all close your eyes. We're going to do a quick grounding activity. I want you to think about what brought you here today, because for many of us, it is the middle of our workday, or maybe you don't work, but regardless, there could be anything, a number of things you could be working on, but you decided to procrastinate and put all those things on hold and show up today because this is going to be your key to success. So whatever that is, just hold that for a moment. And I want us to take 3 big deep breaths together, one for ourselves for showing up, one for our fellow peers who are present today for today's power session, and one for the community and world at large. So go ahead and inhale. One for showing up for ourselves today. Go ahead and exhale. One for our fellow peers who are present for today's event. Go ahead and inhale. And exhale. And one more for our community and world at large. Inhale. And exhale. All right. So next slide, Jen. One back. Yeah. So really quickly, I want to show a sneak peek of what everyone is kind of thinking about, at least from the answers that you gave us when you decided to sign up for today's event. Some of you are grappling with weight loss, your dreams, travel, starting a business. I've been there. Getting coaching businesses up and running. Also been there, actually currently kind of there for that specifically. Leaving corporate job to work with a husband in the business. Have also been one to procrastinate on leaving my full-time job. So a lot of these things, getting a master's, writing a book, finishing a teacher certificate, these are all top of mind for you. I want us to go to the next slide for a moment and take another poll if we can. Let's go ahead and throw up the poll on which category of life do you want to see the most change in? If you had to pick one, because everyone has a few things that we're procrastinating on, but I want to see where we're at with the audience. Okay, great. Let's just give it a second or two. All right. Almost done, but I'm seeing wealth and health, wealth, career, health seem to be really top of mind, which is excellent. There's no right or wrong here. I just want to see us get a sense of where we're at. Pretty evenly split, which is always interesting. So next up, it's not a true Silk and Sonder experience if we don't make this session interactive. So I want you to go ahead and take out a piece of paper or grab a notes page in your Silk and Sonder journal and write down the answer to the following question. So I'll go ahead and read it. Jennifer, it's the previous slide. Yeah, we're still here. Okay, so go ahead and write down your answer to what is your number one goal right now, the thing you want most, but haven't been able to make happen. So again, it'll fall into one of these categories. So use that as kind of your anchor. Money, wealth, career, love, relationship, health, or something else. Just want you to go ahead and write down what that number one goal is. And I already see some overachievers in the house who are already writing their answers in the chat. That is your next step. So go ahead and share that. We'll give everyone about another 30 seconds. I'm seeing major career change from Mary. Writing a book from Taylor, house being more functional and organized, losing weight, breaking free from sugar. So a lot of health related things, launching a business, um, earning HR certificates. So great. So these are really mapping up to those categories, right? Very, very important to define what that goal is. And if you don't know, that's where this category reflection is very helpful because you can start there and then you can ask yourself, what specifically within this category do I want to change? So as people go ahead and answer that, let's move on to the next question. I want you to think about what has stopped you from reaching this goal. So as an example, my top goal right now that I wanted to talk about is I have this amazing idea, especially related to personalized life coaching, but also connecting back to our guided journaling membership. I really want to create a custom journal, like physical journal based off of, all these onboarding questions that you work on for 3 to 6 months. And I want it to be designed in a way that's customized for you and you can dynamically change things and all of that. But a reason that I haven't achieved that goal, what stopped me is my tendency to want to make it perfect right from the get-go and knowing the effort involved in making that an excellent product from day one. So that's a reason. Another reason is how will I market it? Will it take away from the guided journaling membership? Will people not enjoy personalized life coaching? So I have all these excuses around failure, which when I reveal my personality type, you'll understand why. So go ahead and write down whatever comes to mind and drop it in the chat on what you think has stopped you from reaching that goal. I'll give you about 30 seconds or so. Oh, very interesting. Fear of failures. I wonder what your personality types are for that one. Marketing the product, fear, time. Oh, fear that I can't do it. So why start? Fear of success, Tammy. I love that one. That's a great one to reflect on. What will it cost me to actually achieve this? What do I have to sacrifice? This is all mindset related stuff. Lack of confidence. Great. Jen, let's move on to the next one. Okay. Now comes the reality check part. What methods have you already tried to reach your goal? And why do you think they haven't yet worked? So maybe you've read books, maybe you've taken courses, maybe you have created a fancy calendar for it. Maybe you've talked to a therapist or a coach about it. Maybe you've talked to a friend about it. Maybe you haven't tried anything. Go ahead and just get honest with yourself and write it down. For me, it's carving out these uninterrupted blocks of time, but then I end up doing something easier and faster and something that I know will guarantee success. So that's an example of what I've tried. Okay. I'm seeing courses, various sales techniques, bought the outfit, bought the yoga mat, watched some videos. Something is getting in the way. Well, guess what? It's not your actual goal itself or the methods that you're trying. It's how you're doing it. You are unique in your personality and your mindset, and that's what's causing the issue. So go ahead and let's go to the next slide. I think this is something I want everyone to walk away with. Procrastination, despite what society says, is not about laziness. It's just a flaw in your technique. It is about having this mismatch between how you're hardwired and how you need to move forward. So it happens when the approach that you're taking doesn't align with your natural way of doing things. And that's something I'm deeply, deeply passionate about, having grown up in a hyperachievement, household and chasing gold stars. When I came to realize that the reason I'm procrastinating is not has nothing to do with me being lazy. It actually has to do with how I do things and who I am. So today, if you took your Myers-Briggs and Enneagram assessments, I'm going to show you why you procrastinate and how personalized life coaching is going to help bridge the gap. So let's get into the types of procrastination. We know that procrastination is not one size fits all. Not all procrastination is created equal. And so to make real progress, you got to understand why it's showing up for you. So the first type of procrastination is what we call emotional blockers. This is a form of procrastination that's caused by fear, overwhelm, or emotional discomfort that makes starting, even just starting, feel unsafe or unclear. So when something feels too big, too overwhelming, or just too emotionally exhausting to start, that is probably your cue that you're afraid of failing, or you feel like you have to be perfect before you can even begin. And sometimes it's not even fear, it's just confusion. You're unsure of your priorities, so you just do nothing at all. And by the way, as I'm talking about these, I want you to just drop in the chat which of these resonate most for you, because identifying it is the key to unlocking success. What's really happening is your brain is just trying to protect you. So that's why I say it's not about laziness. It's just you are being protected from any kind of discomfort. It's trying to keep you safe. And in that process, it keeps you stuck. Second type of procrastination is motivation killers. So this is a state of mental or physical exhaustion where burnout, chaos, or lack of accountability just drains your drive to take action. It's not that you don't care, it's just that you're tapped out. And when that happens, finding momentum is essentially impossible. Personality-driven procrastination, this is rooted in your personality traits, and this is where, the rest of today's conversation is going to focus around. But this is around perfectionism, conflict avoidance, self-doubt, tied to your personality, and this is often what's the most overlooked. And it's actually the most powerful. So when we solve that, we unlock progress. And this is how you actually can approach your challenges by understanding what is the personality-driven procrastination reason behind this. Why people procrastinate. Most advice is just assumes that we procrastinate for the same reason. But again, I know I sound like a broken record, but I really want this to sink in. It's not, it has nothing to do with you. It has all to do with the strategy that you are using, because we all procrastinate differently. Um, the problems with traditional growth tools is that they just are incapable of tapping into the true root causes of procrastination. So they do an excellent job with whatever information you provide or whatever you understand from books or podcasts or even therapy or traditional coaching. Whatever input you give is the best we can do with that. But unfortunately, it's not always personalized enough. It's not available 24/7. It's a little bit less flexible, not always the most affordable, and the guidance is only geared towards whatever you understand or interpret, right? And then lastly, accountability is missing because all of us need different solutions around accountability to stay motivated. So the first step on fixing this at Silk and Sonder, we do that. We just start at the very beginning by understanding all inputs into your personality. So one of my favorite assessments is the Enneagram. We asked you to take the Enneagram, so hopefully you guys did that before. And as you can see here, the Enneagram is, everyone has a different reason on why we procrastinate based off of who we are. So no surprise, those of you that know me well or have seen me talk, I am the achiever. So the reason I procrastinate is that I tend to avoid things, and you heard it in my example before, if I don't have immediate success or recognition, right? If there's a chance that I may fail, if there's a chance that I might not succeed, why even start in the beginning? And I saw a bunch of you kind of having similar reasons. Um, let's see, we have a lot of helpers here. So helpers, they focus on others' needs, so they put their own tasks last. So that means your list of things that you're procrastinating on is probably extremely long because you're just constantly giving yourself to others. If we move on to Myers-Briggs, lots of helpers. If we move on to Myers-Briggs, we notice that, this is yet another layer. So you can be a type 3 Enneagram, but then you're also a, ENFJ on the Myers-Briggs. Suddenly you have a layered reason or explanation on why you procrastinate. So I want you to go ahead and answer which MBTI you are, and really think about these reasons. So for me, I'm an ENTP. So I start too many things at once. Nothing gets done. Sound familiar to anybody? Imagine that plus my fear of failing and wanting success, wanting a path to success right away. Nothing will ever get done. I'll start a bunch of projects and then I won't finish it. I'll get it to 80%. But if it's not perfect, I'm not going to finish it. So I think having these, details about why you procrastinate can give you that key for awareness so that you can push through it. I think at the end of the day, uh, how you get unstuck is that you just can't. You can't do it on your own. And so my own personal struggles with procrastinating on the things that mattered most to me and continue to matter most to me is what led me to build personalized life coaching in the first place, because there was literally no solution. Even if you have the awareness, what kind of action am I supposed to take if no one tells me what to do? And that's really where personalized life coaching comes in. So with personalized life coaching, we help build a complete picture of who you are. So what makes you tick? What throws you off? What gets you back on track? It's like having a roadmap, but it's written in a language that you understand. We start with Enneagram and Myers-Briggs, but we go even deeper. We have you look into your saboteurs, your cognitive distortions, your love languages, your core values, your energy patterns, even how you were raised. And this is what influences what types of habits you need to integrate, what types of journaling prompts you need to reflect on. Ultimately, this is about mixing all your various personality assessment results and your mindset traps so that you can push through and actually achieve your goals. It sounds simple, but it's extremely hard to do in practice and even harder to figure out what's right for you. And that's really where Silk and Sonder comes in. So we have a full in-depth personality report that helps you get from from stuck to unstuck. We've got plans that are tailored to you. So like I mentioned, the mindset, the reflection that you need to take, and the aligned action that you have to take. And then my favorite feature is a 24/7 life coaching chat, because it's something I wish I could do with my own coach, which is text her 24/7, but that's just nearly impossible. And our coaching platform answers you based off of how you're motivated intrinsically. So I want to show you a couple of things that we can do with our 24/7 live chat.
The 24/7 chat feature is one of the most powerful parts of your personalized coaching plan. Why? Because it gives you direct access to personalized support whenever you need it. Whether you're stuck, overwhelmed, or just need a boost, your coach is right there in your pocket. Here are a few quick tips on how to use the chat so you can get the most out of it. Let's say you're stuck on a journaling prompt. Just click the Get Help button right next to it, and your coach will jump in through the chat. Your coach will guide you with follow-up questions, reflections, or even a suggested response to spark your thinking so you're never journaling alone. Not sure how to fill out a page in your journal or plan? Just ask your coach. You can request a thought starter to spark ideas, or even have your coach help complete the page for you based on your unique personality. Some of the most popular pages members get help with are monthly intentions, habit or mood trackers, weekly setup pages. Whether you're feeling stuck or just short on time, your coach is here to support you and simplify your process. Sometimes you just need support in the moment. You can use the chat to share what's on your mind, how you're feeling, and why. Whether it's stress from work, a tough conversation, or just a wave of anxiety, your coach is here to help you work through it. All you have to do is open the chat and say something like, "I'm feeling off today and can't focus. Can you help me figure out what's going on and what to do next?" Your coach will guide you with personalized reflection, tools, and steps to help you reset and move forward, without judgment. Here are a few other ways you can use the chat. Ask for help prioritizing your to-do list, get ideas on how to structure your day, learn time management strategies that match your personality, or simply ask for a positivity boost when you need a little encouragement. No matter what you're facing, big or small, your coach is here to guide you, support you, and cheer you on. So go ahead, send your first message. We can't wait to support you on your journey. The 24/7 chat.
Great. So, as you know, personalized coaching can help break the cycle. I see a lot of questions, on the chat, and things I get often when I talk about personalized life coaching. Is it AI or is it a human? I don't get it. Ultimately, AI by itself cannot solve this, right? You need human experts driving and influencing the algorithms that we use. There was just a study on generative AI trends, and the top 3 trends that exist today in 2025, which are different than the productivity trends for generative AI last year, is wanting to use AI to help with therapy. They want to use AI to help organize their life, and they want to use AI to help find purpose. And so, unfortunately, a real human is not going to be available 24/7. And so it is 100% the combination of experts in the room, but also what we're able to do with AI. And I studied computer science in college, so I'm very passionate about educating people on tools that we can use for betterment of society, and it's things like this. So Personalized life coaching, we give you this full in-depth personality report and personalized recommendations on your habits daily and weekly. And these are again influenced off of what we know you can complete based off of who you are and how you might procrastinate. So we surface ideas to you that we know you'll actually achieve. Unfortunately, we're pressed for time, so we are going to get to the full video of personalized life coaching at the very end for those of you that can stay.
Personalized
But
life.
if we move on, I want to just throw in a few more things because as you saw, I'm an ENTP, so I'm an innovator, and I always want to add more and more and more so that this becomes a no-brainer in terms of the value that you get. But something, as somebody who loves learning, I wanted to incorporate learning lists again based off of your personality. So these are books and podcasts and shows that you're more likely to watch based off of who you are. So it's a little bit of the fun personal growth recommendations that you don't always get through Apple Podcasts or Netflix. That's really tailored for you and your learning. And then if we move on, many of you do enjoy the master classes that I lead, typically with an expert. So, we've just scratched the surface on Myers-Briggs and Enneagram, but what does it actually mean? How do you incorporate it into your life? What can you do with it? Well, we go deeper through these various master classes, and we're constantly adding more. And so this alone is worth over $1,000 in terms of value. So you really can't go wrong by joining personalized life coaching. So I want us to do one last thing, if we can move on. I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. And now that you've seen parts of the product and you're going to see the whole thing in action if you stay on, I want you to look, actually keep your eyes open. I want you to look at the goal or task that you wrote down, either in the chat or on a piece of paper. And I want you to imagine, with the tools that I just described, having achieved that task or goal in 6 months, in 3 months, maybe even in 1 month. I want you to think about what that feels like. Who have you become? And I want you to ask yourself, are you ready to stop procrastinating and finally have the clarity, support, and accountability to make it happen? And if so, then personalized life coaching is for you. If you're still on the fence, there's a little bit of procrastination lingering, and you can look back at the reasons as to why, and then think about why you're not yet ready to achieve your goal. All right, with that, what is our final slide? I think it's the code. And if we have any questions, I can answer those. Otherwise, let's give it about a minute. And then for those of you that want to stay on, the video is about 7-8 minutes. So we're probably going to go until 12:40 Pacific, and we'll show you the whole thing. So there's a question on what was learning lists. Let me quickly answer that. Learning lists we basically take all this information when you sign up. So in addition to the personality report, and in addition to your coaching plans, we give you lists of personalized recommendations on what books to read, what podcasts to listen to, and these are typically aligned to the goals that you share with us that you're after. So we have you answer what is your current state and what is your ideal state, and based off of that, we give you recommendations. So you'll see on my list, there's a bunch of things around personal growth and business, because I run a business and I want Silk and Sonder to succeed and for us to impact as many lives as possible around the world. And so a lot of my recommendations are geared towards that to help keep that curiosity and confidence alive. Let's go ahead and watch the video. I think some of those questions might be answered.
Personalized life coaching. We're so glad you're here. By being here, you've already done something powerful. You've chosen you. You've chosen to pause, reflect, and invest in the version of yourself that's aligned, grounded, and growing. At Silk and Sonder, we believe transformation begins with intention, and that's exactly what this coaching experience is designed to support. Whether you're navigating change, building new habits, or craving more clarity in your day-to-day, you're not doing it alone. Your journey starts now, and we're here to walk with you every step of the way. Let's dive in. Now that you've completed onboarding, it's time to explore something truly special, your personality report. This is a snapshot of you, not just who you are on paper, but how you show up in the world, how you think, feel, connect, and grow. Inside, you'll find your full personality reading, including your emotional health score, your superpowers, and your areas of opportunity, all designed to help you understand your strengths, patterns, and where you might need a little extra support. We've pulled together insights from your Myers-Briggs, Enneagram, Human Design, love languages, attachment style, and more, including your thinking traps and saboteurs, with practical ways to navigate each one. You'll also find your core values, your wheel of life reflection, and the 3 focus areas you chose during onboarding. This helps us co-create a coaching journey that's deeply aligned with the life you want to live. We've even included learning lists, books, podcasts, shows, and movies that speak to your authentic self, and self-discovery homework to help you explore your legacy, relive your biggest highlights, and dream up your mini and major manifestations. This report isn't static, it evolves with you, and it's the foundation we'll build on together. Now that you've explored your personality report, it's time to dive into your personalized plans, your daily or weekly guide to growth, alignment, and reflection. These plans are designed for you and with you in mind. Whether you prefer to receive them daily, weekly, every other day, or just whenever you need them, you get to set the pace. There's no right or wrong way to complete your plan. Some people tackle it all in one go, others space it out throughout the day, or even stretch it over a few days. This is your journey. Each plan begins with your mantra, a grounding intention for the day. Then comes your tip of the day, a quick, actionable insight tied directly to your personality and goals. Next, we invite you to slow down with a short breathwork practice, followed by your affirmations, designed to shift your mindset and uplift your energy. Then you'll get to reflect with your journaling prompt. If a prompt doesn't resonate with you, simply tap Replace to find one that feels more aligned. And if you're feeling stuck, just hit Get Help. Your life stylist will send you thought starters to guide your response. You can even journal directly in the plan, just type and go. Finally, you'll end with a manifestation activity, a chance to dream big and get clear on what you want to attract. And remember, if you come across an affirmation, journaling prompt, or manifestation activity that you love, don't forget to save it so you can come back to it anytime. These plans are here to support you, not pressure you. So go at your own rhythm and know that your life stylist is always just a message away. Before we move on, there's one more feature within your coaching plan that's essential, the Notes for Next Time section. You'll find it at the bottom of every plan, and it's where you can share updates, feedback, and reflections directly with your life stylist. Why does it matter? Because your plan should grow with you. While your original intake form helped us understand where you were starting, life is always shifting. And this section helps your life stylist adjust your plan to reflect your current mindset, emotions, and priorities. Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed and need extra support. Maybe a journaling prompt didn't land, or a new goal popped up. This is the place to share it. You can write things like, I've been feeling anxious about an upcoming move. Can we focus on grounding techniques? Or, I really love the affirmations this week, especially the ones about confidence. Can we keep those coming? You can also use it to give feedback on what isn't working. The health-focused prompts haven't been resonating. Can we focus more on career clarity instead? And don't worry, you don't need to write a novel. Just a few lines can make a huge difference. We recommend checking in at least once per week, so your life stylist can curate your next plan based on what's really going on in your world. The more you share, the more aligned and supportive your coaching experience will be, so don't skip it. Leave a note and let your life stylist know how they can best show up for you. If you ever feel like your coaching plans are too much or not quite enough, know that you can update your preferences at any time. Inside your dashboard, you'll find a section where you can customize everything from when and how often you receive plans, how many affirmations and journaling prompts are included. This means your plans can flex with your schedule and your energy. You can also update your focus areas as your goals evolve. Whether you're shifting priorities or entering a new season of life, we make it easy to adjust your focus. And we keep a log of all your past ones, so you can always reflect back on how far you've come. Your coaching experience is designed to grow with you. So if something feels off, take a moment to reset your preferences. We'll take care of the rest. Let's talk about one of the most powerful parts of your coaching experience, the 24/7 coaching chat. This is your direct line to support, anytime, anywhere. Whether you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, unmotivated, or just need a little guidance, your life stylist is right here for you. Stuck on a journaling prompt? Just hit Get Help, and your life stylist will jump in with follow-up questions, suggestions, or even a sample response to get your thoughts flowing. Not sure how to fill out a page in your journal or weekly plan? You can upload a photo, ask for feedback, or even have your lifestylist help complete it with you based on your personality. Some of the most popular pages members ask for help with are things like monthly intentions, habit or mood trackers, and weekly setups. But chat isn't just for journaling, it's for life. You can reach out when you're having a tough day and just need to talk it out. Feeling anxious before a meeting? Hit send. Can't focus? Your lifestylist will help you understand what's going on and suggest small steps to reset. You can ask for help prioritizing your to-do list, structuring your day in a way that works for your energy, or finding time management tips that align with your personality. Or maybe you just need a little encouragement or a mindset shift. We've got you. Your lifestylist is here to support you, guide you, and remind you that you're not alone on this journey. Want to go even deeper in understanding yourself? Head over to the Content Library. This is your space to explore powerful topics like your Myers-Briggs type, Enneagram number, core values, or even self-limiting beliefs through expert-led masterclasses and guided exercises. Whether you're craving clarity, tools for growth, or just curious about how your mind works, you'll find something here to support your journey. And the best part? We're constantly adding new content, so you'll always have something fresh to explore, led by coaches, psychologists, and thought leaders you can trust. You don't have to go through it all at once. Just follow your curiosity and let your growth unfold. You're officially ready to begin your personalized life coaching journey, and we couldn't be more excited to support you. Remember, there's no perfect way to do this. This experience is designed to support you, your rhythm, your growth, your goals, and you're never doing it alone. If you ever need help, have a question, or just want to talk something through, reach out to your lifestylist directly in the chat or email us anytime at concierge@silkandsonder.com. We're here for you, every step of the way.
Amazing. So many of you stuck on, which is incredible because usually we show this in the middle of our presentation. But I'm glad you spent the extra few minutes. I do want to address a couple questions, and then I promise you guys can stop procrastinating and go join personalized life coaching and get on with your day. But a couple questions that stuck out. You absolutely can pay month by month. You don't have to pay in full to take advantage of this offer. There was some confusion around the offer. It is $74 for the first 6 months. And again, 30-day money back guarantee. If you try the program and you actually, show that you intended to use all the resources and the coaching plans and you use all the features and it doesn't work out, then you can let us know. So there's really nothing to lose. Some questions around whether this goes through the Silk and Sonder app or if it's a secondary app. Great question. We have every intent to combine it with our regular Silk and Sonder app, but we wanted to launch this in isolation for people who aren't members of Silk and Sonder's guided journaling program, because not everybody is a professional journaler like us. And so if you're a little bit newer to journaling, we wanted to create that entry point and make it very easy. So it is standalone. It gets texted straight to you. So you can literally click a link and it opens up on your mobile browser, but you can also use it on desktop. What else did I see? There were some questions around third-party data. I'm not quite sure, what exactly that's referring to. Things like taking assessments on Enneagram's website, or Truity for Myers-Briggs. Those are all things that are just readily available. So it's easier for us to have you tell us what you are. And of course, like everything else is encrypted within Silk and Sonder's databases. So hopefully that addresses that question. Let's see. The website address for desktop is just coach.silkandsonder.com, and you just click the login button on the top right. But yeah, hopefully I answered most of your questions. If you're still on the fence or you need a little bit more clarity on what you're getting, how much it is, it's concierge@silkandsonder.com is the right email alias to send us a note, and someone from our team will respond very, very quickly on that. And if you have any other questions, comments, concerns, you can drop them in Sonder Club. But I'm very, very excited. I know this was rushed and already almost 45 minutes, but as you can tell, there's a lot coming. One thing we didn't get to talk about is the emotional health score. We actually combine all your responses around your wheel of life, and then we give you this emotional health score that's kind of this quantified, visibility into how you're doing and how you trend over time. And so we're working on some fun features around that so that you can celebrate your progress. Great. I think I covered it. And if anyone has questions, email us at concierge@silkandsauna.com or check out the website coach.silkandsauna.com. All right. Thank you all for joining.